In the middle of the 19th century, New York faced a problem it had never solved before. The city was growing faster than anything in America, but the East River divided Manhattan from Brooklyn like a moving wall. Ferries were slow, unreliable, and dangerous in winter. A permanent crossing seemed impossible. Then, someone proposed a bridge longer than any ever built. At the time, no bridge of this scale existed anywhere in the world. Many engineers publicly stated it could not be done. Newspapers called the idea reckless. Investors called it suicidal. But construction began anyway. The most dangerous part of the project was invisible from the surface. To anchor the massive towers, workers had to dig deep beneath the riverbed. To do that, engineers invented enormous underwater chambers called caissons. These chambers were pressurized with compressed air to keep water out. Men entered them through airlocks and worked for hours in darkness, mud, and deafening noise. No one understood what compressed air did to the human body. When workers finished their shifts and returned to normal pressure, strange things happened. Some collapsed immediately. Others felt intense pain in their joints. Many lost feeling in their legs. Some became confused, unable to speak. A few went permanently blind. Doctors had no explanation. The condition was later named caisson disease, what we now call decompression sickness. But at the time, workers were simply sent back underground. As construction continued, accidents mounted. Explosions, collapsing walls, fires inside the caissons. Official records list more than 20 deaths, but historians believe the real number was higher. The bridge did not only break workers, it broke its chief engineer. Washington Roebling, the man responsible for turning the impossible design into reality, visited the caissons repeatedly to inspect progress. One day, after ascending too quickly, he collapsed. He survived, but his body never recovered. Roebling was left partially paralyzed, unable to walk, barely able to speak. He could no longer appear on the construction site. Many assumed the project would end there. It didn't. From his apartment window overlooking the river, Roebling continued to direct the entire construction using a telescope. He communicated instructions through his wife, Emily Roebling, who became his voice on the site. At a time when women were excluded from engineering, Emily learned mathematics, material science, and structural theory. She met with contractors, argued with officials, and relayed her husband's commands. Without her, the bridge would never have been completed. Years passed. Public confidence wavered. Rumors spread that the bridge was unsafe, that it would collapse under its own weight. When the Brooklyn Bridge finally opened in 1883, thousands were afraid to cross it. To prove its strength, city officials staged a public demonstration. 21 elephants from a traveling circus were marched across the bridge in a single line. The bridge held. What the crowd celebrated as a triumph of engineering was also a monument to suffering beneath the river. Men whose bodies absorbed pressure their minds were never meant to understand. Today, millions cross the Brooklyn Bridge without thinking about what lies below. But deep beneath the river, the foundations still stand. Silent evidence of how far America was willing to push human limits to build its future.